You're an agency owner stuck around the $10,000 a month. Maybe you sell branding, you're selling video, content, and you have reached that place where everything depends on you. You have tried hiring some freelancers to help you out, but for some reason, they don't deliver up to your standards, and now you don't know what to do next. The thing is that in order to go to the next level, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, you need to completely redesign your agency. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of the 4 systems that you have to install in your business to completely redesign your company so that it can deliver your service without having everything depend on you. My name is Juan, and a couple of years ago, I scaled a video production company to 6 figures while actually cutting my time involved in projects to just 2 hours a week. This gave me the freedom to be able to travel, to be with my family, and it actually increased my income without having to sacrifice quality of our service. And if you want to know more and go deeper into how that was possible, check the training in the description below. Now, when I talk to agency owners that are stuck around the $10,000 a month, they have tried to hire some freelancers, maybe some interns, and for some reason hasn't really worked. You find a way to use them, but you feel like you need to micromanage them. You need to check their work. You have more pipeline coming in and you don't want to drop the ball, so you sort of limit yourself. You have 2 choices, whether you learn to live like this or you actually push through to go to the next stage. The thing is that in order to take your agency from $10,000 a month to $30,000 a month, you need to reinvent your business. You need to redesign the way that you do things. Because at this stage, everything has been designed around you. Every process, every decision, every responsibility, all the authority relies on you. And so when you try to bring in some freelancers, instead of integrating them into the business, instead of bringing them into the systems, what's happening is that you're outsourcing stuff to them, but everything still depends on you. In order to take your business to 30,000 plus, you need to redefine that structure and redesign your systems so that the freelancers or interns or employees are actually integrated into your structure, meaning they not only have the responsibility of some of the work, but they also have the authority themselves over their role, over their work, and they're able then to perform. In order to do this, you need to simplify your offer. Right now, chances are is that you have put together some packages. These packages are project-based, you have some more premium than others, but at the end of the day, whenever a new client comes in, you try to simplify or you try to adapt that scope of that service to fit their budget and needs. Every time you're doing this, without realizing it, you're actually starting a whole new business. Because of that, you create a lot of complexity in your business, and then this keeps you stuck in having to micromanage everything. This makes it really hard for you to then create systems that allow other people to perform within your business. That's why you feel that people need to shadow you. You need to hire people with experience and expertise that are coming to perform because they know how to do things. The reality is that all you have to do is simplify your product portfolio into one premium signature service, into one key offer that is what you sell over and over. Once you have that, then everything else starts to fall into place. You eliminate complexity, you develop systems to deliver that offer, and then you finally have a way of training people in order to perform within your system. It is all about that offer. And so you need to focus on simplifying what it is that you're selling. If you're around the 10K mark, you have people coming to you from word of mouth, you have been in the market for a couple of years, and it's a little bit hard to figure out which way to go. The reality is that out of all the stuff that you do, there's one thing where you are outstanding, where you have a competitive advantage. What you want to do is go ahead and focus on that area and sell that to that ideal customer. It's going to feel a bit stressful because you wonder, well, I only get that type of client once every 6 months. How am I going to grow my business? How are we actually going to scale? Like, if I specialize on solving that one problem, my business is actually going to get smaller. The reality is that you're not now saying no to income, you are replacing it. You have been planting seeds for the last years on many different services. And now what we're going to do is actually canalize all that effort to talk about that signature offer. That is the thing that is going to allow you to simplify your business so that you can actually create the systems that allow you to scale, allow you to deliver your service to clients. Once you have that first system, which is a one solution, one signature service that you sell to clients over and over, then it's about systemizing the delivery of that. In a service business, it's all about referrals. And for that to happen, clients need to make sure that whenever they send somebody to you, they're going to have a rewarding experience. That means that they themselves need to have a rewarding experience. Results are no longer enough. That is expected. It is a given from being in business. The reason why people come back to buy from you is because they have a rewarding experience that is the same one each time they come to you. The reason why we feel completely okay to go to McDonald's in New York, in Japan, in Vienna, it's simply because we know exactly how that experience is going to look like. If you want to build a lifestyle business, if you want your agency to stop depending on you, you need to start looking at it from the perspective of sort of a franchise, of a system. You need to look at it as a replicable set of systems that deliver a service at scale. And what that means is that you need to start measuring how it is that you do things, when things need to happen, how should they happen, who's doing what. You start to document your processes in order to make sure that every time you have a new client, they get exactly the same experience. Once you figure that out, now you can start moving away from being the system to running the system, and you can bring those freelancers in. But now you know exactly what they need to be doing. You have clear structure, you have clear processes, and it's about replacing yourself with people who are coming to run those systems on your behalf. And that is the third system. Once you have people that are working, they're performing, they know what they need to do, now you can take a step back and look at the big picture where you manage the team, you manage the production, and you focus on driving more people into your systems. You're no longer the bottleneck, you're no longer limited, you're no longer trying to have the income of a 30 people restaurant with just 5 chairs. And that is one of the biggest challenges that I see with agency owners that they do not realize. If you have been in business for 3 years, you know how to get clients, you know how to generate leads. The challenge is now, how do you serve those clients and deliver those projects at scale in a replicable experience that is world-class and delivers outstanding results without you being involved? And that is the challenge on an agency business. And so that is the process. That is why you need to completely redefine the way that you look at your business. You need to go from being a designer, being a videographer, being a creative, to really becoming a systems builder, looking at all the different processes and seeing that you are a business owner and it's all about the different systems that come together to build your asset and deliver value without depending on you. I have put together a training that goes deeper into these 4 systems. You can check the description below so that you can see how can you apply them in your business. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop your comments below. What is the thing that you're struggling with the most? Every week I'm releasing new videos, so if you want more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe so that the algorithm can show you our videos. Thank you so much for making it this far. My name is Juan Guerra and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Good luck scaling your agency.